Hello everyone, and welcome back to Angel's Peaceful Garden. Today is a little bit overcast, so I'm gonna see if I can get some things planted, see if I can direct sow some things before it starts raining. I'd like my starts to get some of this good rain instead of me having to water everything in. I have some leeks right here that I planted from seed as well. So I'm going to try to get these in first. These, as you can tell, they have been in here for quite a while. So it's starting to rain. I may have to stop and come back after this rain stops. We're back. It's about 5 minutes later. It's just been doing that on and off all day. So hopefully this time we'll get these leeks in. These leeks I planted probably, I want to say it was like December. So it's been a while. They've been here for a while because now it is mid-April and they're not root bound because I'm gonna easily be able to pull them apart. But I think I have room in this grow bag where I planted some onions, but I want them to be 4 inches apart. So I will have to put some in another spot as well, which I have that ready too. That is not 4 inches. I think I better. Yeah, I think I'm only going to be able to fit 5 in here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm gonna put bone meal, blood meal, and all-purpose fertilizer in here. This is not garden cone. This is Expert Gardener. And so if you've been watching my channel, you know that when I peeled my potatoes, I put some Expert Gardener into this bag and forgot that I did it. So when I up-potted my collard greens, I put this in the holes instead. And a 10-10-10 is way too strong for those little starts. And they died. So they didn't die because I put them in the pot that was too big. They died because I forgot. I stuck something else in this bag. And those little tiny roots just couldn't handle it. So don't matter how big the pot is. Don't matter, you know, what type of soil you put it in. If you give it something it's not ready for, that was ridiculous. I came out 2 days later and I was like, what happened? And then I watched one of the videos because I was editing and I was like, I forgot that I put that in that bag. I still have some collard greens growing and I'll probably start some more even though I know it's too late. But hey, you gotta test the limits, right? You gotta just keep going and see what you can do. So I already poked a few holes in here, so I'm gonna just put this approximately around where I'm gonna put the hole, and then that 10-10-10 I'm just gonna scratch it in around because these onions over here are probably ready for some fertilization anyway. So I think it'll be fine. And then my other onions, I spawned them yesterday, so I'm going to put some of that 10-10-10 in that bed as well. They look pretty good. They look really good to me. So they look better than the ones I got from the nursery. We'll see how they do. I'm trying to get those roots along. I'm trying to get them all in the dirt. They are very long though. Nope. I think I'm only gonna be able to fit 4 in this bag, but that's okay. They say onions are heavy feeders, so we're gonna see how this does. I really want this to stand up a little bit better. I'm gonna move on to the other place where I'm going to plant the rest of the leeks. I am going to be planting my leeks in this Dollar Tree window planter that I got for $5. It is long, so I feel like I can get maybe 6 to 8 leeks in here pretty good. I'll just kind of stagger them. But the other thing was, I a while back bought some stay green, and I did want to tell y'all that one thing I noticed on the stay green, if you buy the 2 cubic feet and you're used to buying that 2 cubic feet, when they come out with this sale that has the 1 cubic foot, it is not the same product. That product is worse. It has more sticks in it than the 2 cubic foot bag. And also, it's still fine to get, but you will have to work with that because you're going to have to add compost. You're going to have to add maybe some topsoil to soften it up. Have to put some perlite in it. You're going to have to work with it to make sure that you can get it the consistency that you want it and that will benefit your plants. So in this planter, originally I had some stay green in here, and so before I planted in it, I just added some compost, I added some perlite, and so and also some cocoa coir, and now it looks good in this consistency I can work with. So now I'm going to put some now I'm going to go ahead and put that Expert Gardener 10-10-10. Just gonna scratch that in because the soil has never been used before, so it doesn't have nutrients at all in it. And I'm gonna make my holes. And like I said, I'm staggering like in a triangle formation so I get more in. I don't know if y'all can see behind me, but I did get a huge bag of perlite because I was tired of buying those small 8-quart bags for $12.99 a piece. This I got from Lowe's. I had to order it, but as you can see, it's a 4 cubic foot bag, and it was only, I want to say I got it for like $32, and they shipped it free to the store. So by the time you buying all those little bitty ones, go get the 4 cubic foot bag. You're saving a lot of money, especially if you're making a lot of soil. I'm not trying to gatekeep nothing. If I see a good deal, I'm gonna let y'all know so that y'all can benefit. And y'all tell me too where I can get stuff cheaper. So now I am going to choose the ones that look the best because I don't think I have enough room. The reason why I'm struggling is because these roots are crazy long. Look at that. All done. Hope y'all can see those. I just got back from my local Calloway's. I do love shopping there. They have a really good selection. The staff is nice at my local Calloway's. I don't know about all of them, but in my area, my Calloway's is very, very nice. So I'm going to show you what I got. I got some multiple headed zinnias in yellow and pink. And then I got one more vinca because one of my vinca in my planter boxes did not transplant well and it died. But I had already planted the other pink ones out, so I had to go and get a replacement for that. But I think these multiple headed zinnias right here are beautiful. and you can see all the blooms that are going to come on right there. I did not check and see how tall they're going to get. So it says plant in full sun, grows 8 to 10 inches tall. So it shouldn't get too tall. I think I will probably add some of these into my flower beds over there, and I think they'll be very pretty there. But I just love vinca. I love vinca, and I love zinnias. So I know y'all tired of me with these vincas and these zinnias, but not a lot does well in Texas in my heat, especially because I'm not about to put shade cloth on those flowers. I'm not about to do it. So the other thing that I picked up that is super interesting is ladybugs. And I'm going to try to turn this where you can see them moving. Y'all see how those ladybugs moving in there? It's supposed to be 500 in this container, and it was $16.99. And it does say that each ladybug can eat up to 50 garden pests per day. They prefer to eat aphids, but they will eat thrips, spider mites, and scale whitefly, mealybugs, leaf hoppers, and more. So they'll stay in the area that you put them if there's enough for them to eat. When you release them, you're supposed to put them in the refrigerator, but I'm not putting no bugs in my refrigerator. I'm not doing it. So I hope that they do what they're supposed to do just by me putting them out in the yard, because I'm not doing it. I'm not putting ladybugs in my refrigerator. I don't know if somebody has a dedicated garden refrigerator. Maybe that might work for you. And you might want to follow the directions. But for me, and as for me in my house, we're not putting bugs in the refrigerator. We're not about to do it. So it says you're supposed to release them in the evening. So I will wait till this evening. But I have aphids in several spots that are just like taking over some of my vegetable grow bags. So I'm going to try them. It's my rutabagas I'm having problems with, my radishes. I have a back bed back here that still has some cabbages and stuff like that in it. So I'll put this in there and see if it helps. All right, guys, I got my ladybugs, and they say they're supposed to be released in the evening. It looks like on the camera that the sun is out, but the sun is not out. It is dark out here. So I am going to put these in a few spots in the garden, and we're going to see how they do. Each ladybug is supposed to be able to eat up to 50 pests per day. So if that is the case, then we're going to get rid of a lot of aphids. I can see them already trying to come out of this little cup, and I only opened it a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to close it back up so I can get to another spot, but I feel like I don't want to touch them. I just want them to kind of crawl out. I don't want to touch these ladybugs. They're not going to hurt me, and I know that, but I'm going to let a few more out, because I really got a problem with aphids right here. Look like they going straight to eating, so I'm going to move on to another problem spot. This is Crimson Giant radish, and I'm having problems in here as well, so I'm going to release a few in here. Ooh, I put way too many in there. Oh, it's crawling on me. Go in the pot. All right, we go into the back bed behind the cattle panel that I'm calling my greenhouse, and it has some brassicas still in it. And I'm having an issue over here as well. Y'all see they crawling all over this the top of this lid they on the outside and everything. Y'all see I'm walking all over the garden because I got quite a few aphid issues. All right, so in this bed, my main issue is right here over this curly kale, and it's getting better because I did put some 7 in here, but I'm gonna go ahead and put some in here because I will be putting some Swiss chard in here as well. And I don't know if I told y'all, but this was $16.99, and I got it at Calloway's, and there were 500 ladybugs in this one small tub. We are just trusting that this is going to work. I hope that it does, because when I tell you I am tired of fighting aphids, I really am. I really, really am. They chew on everything. Whoops. I think I might have put too many in here, but there's a lot of food in here. They do say that these ladybugs will stay in place as long as there is food around for them. So if I start noticing that they are eating something they shouldn't be eating or something, I'm gonna try to figure out a way to get rid of them. All right, this is the last spot. I'm gonna put some in this back potato bed. That's all we got. That's all of the ladybugs, y'all. We'll see how this goes, because I really, really want to get rid of aphids. And if I can introduce an insect that's going to help me do that, then that's even better.